story for Ezekiel Lewis. Ezekiel is my firstborn son, and overall I was very fortunate and had a very easy pregnancy, easy labor, easy everything overall. I researched thoroughly throughout my pregnancy as soon as I found out I was pregnant. Between what to expect when expecting, I received books from friends and family, and I also use pregnancy apps like Baby Center, which I still use. That's the only one I really got into and found to be the most beneficial. I enjoyed the week-to-week breakdowns of what to expect as an expecting mother and what to consider, as well as health and well-being for my son and myself. Leading up to the pregnancy or through it, my first trimester was the hardest. I had suffered with nausea for the first trimester. I could barely get anything down. When I was actually pregnant, we thought I had caught a stomach bug. We went to the doctors and took pregnancy tests and nothing showed up, and it was too soon. So for a month and a half, I didn't truly know I was pregnant. I lived on smoothies and yogurt and soup, and that's how I got by. I slept a ton, and that was amusing for my partner because usually I'm not the sleeper he is. But after the first trimester, my appetite came back, my energy restored, and it was all about prepping for baby and getting home and house and my partner's 2 children ready for her son. So the second and third trimester went smoothly. I gained the appropriate amount of weight. We didn't have any scares, and I was just really lucky overall. Going into the third trimester, I tried, throughout the pregnancy I was active as possible. I walked every day, which really I think benefited me in the long run. I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to do actively, but eating healthy and drinking a lot of water and at least making time for 30 minutes to an hour a day to walk, I think benefited myself. When it came to labor overall, I experienced more back labor than anything else, but because of menstrual cramps throughout my teens and adolescence, I didn't truly realize I was going through back labor, and I've had a history of back problems, and I didn't associate my pain with labor itself. So before Zeke was born, I spent the whole week pretty much in a lot of pain, but to me it wasn't much, to whereas to someone else it might have been more cumbersome. So the morning that Zeke was born was like any other. I woke up, it was my niece's graduation, and I was excited to watch my eldest niece graduate from high school on the 10-year anniversary of my graduation. As I was preparing my makeup and texting my sister to see if we should carpool and where we should meet, I sat down and I just remember this rush of water, this warm rush of liquid. And I was grateful at that moment for having just read an article a couple of days before about how some people don't have their water breaks. Some people experience little trickles, and some have a big gush, and some have repetitive flows. But even with that in mind, I wasn't sure. I remember going to the stairway and calling down and saying, my water just broke, and he just sort of looked at me skeptically and dismissed it. So I was like, okay, well, I'll keep an eye on it, and went back in the bedroom and continued to put my makeup on. And as I sat down again, it happened again. So I sat and thought about it and texted my sister and told her, and I gave it a second, and I remembered I should go and check in the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and my liquid was tinged pink. It was clear, but it had a pink tinge, and I remember reading something about bloody show, and that was my one key fact that, in fact, my water did break. So I called my doctor and was advised to wait while they tried to figure out whether they felt I should go to the hospital or not. My practitioner was actually out on vacation, so they were trying to get a hold of her next in line. The hospital we chose to give birth at is only about 5 to 10 minutes away. So immediately I felt we should have gone to the hospital. I wanted to go and make sure that everything was in track, especially being that I never experienced contractions. I wanted to be sure that we had a good time frame and we were there. I'd rather have been monitored than sit at home and wait it out. So once I called my doctor, I let him know that we had to call his parents and have them come and get his 2 daughters. And being that we weren't prepared and didn't have an overnight bag packed yet, and got to run around and get everything settled while I made the calls to my mother and my father, letting them know that my water broke and I was getting ready to go to the hospital and have their grandson. And that time, about an hour passed between his daughters having breakfast, us finishing our bag, and his mom getting over to get him. And I just remember the anxiousness. Nothing negative, just excitement of wanting to go and be in that environment and prepare for my son. And my partner and his mother were both sort of amused and thought I'd be better sit at home and just relax and wait it out. But something told me I needed to go. As his mother got the girls and got ready to go, and I finished my final call with family members, I just remember being hit with this enormous pressure and standing in the hallway and just bracing myself and knowing that, oh, this is it. And then my contractions finally hit. And I called up there and he's like, well, you have to walk it out and walk through them. And they came fast and hard. And between that moment and us getting in the car, they were every 2 minutes. There was no slow rush and slow entrance into it. Zeke was ready to come into this world and he wasn't going to wait. And the cutest part of it all was watching in his driven anxiousness, running around the house, stuffing the bag with animals we wouldn't need for babies and clothes that he wouldn't be able to fit into, but just trying to get everything he felt we needed. As we were driving to the hospital and my contractions came faster, with a nice hand towel smushed between my legs to keep any fluid from getting in my car and while I was walking. I remember the anxiety that racked us both that we weren't going to make it in time because the contractions were coming faster, and I could see the fear in his eyes that this 5-minute drive that neither of us thought anything about might not be quick enough for us to get there in time.